Fuck. Really have to find out how to go on that place. Really have to bloody Google it. And we're back again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's the fun.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
It's so complex. It's so big, open mind in this game, so you know what's the real ending.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
We know
yes,
here, so,
this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's go to the left.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, push the button to go down. And we'll be a loading pod, yeah.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
What?
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Are you sure? You just...
No,
oh my
no,
God,
no,
what a
no,
cookie
not the right.
bastard.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, let's look in the paper.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
So you're sure we're just, again, guessing? Okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna kiss my eyes. I cannot kiss my eyes again.
Oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
What?
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Aw, fuck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm curious to find something. So we did that part, and it was a very fast one.
When Stanley... Wait.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
I did nothing.
Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on.
I did nothing, dude.
I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's take the first door and go on the same door. Oh my God, it's confused like fuck. And we'll go that way somehow, and we'll go this other way. Oh my God, it's in that film. To the eye, imperfection. Yeah, imperfection.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay. I got the bond. Sure.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
First, I just missed the memo. Blah blah blah. Now no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
What do you mean? Well, you wanna go back now? What the fuck?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
The fuck?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations!
Woo! I don't know
I
why.
know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
No, at all.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I bet it will be a different kind of... Oh, what the fuck?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line.
Ah.
Just follow the line.
What?
How simple is that?
I cannot press the computer, okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this
I
direction.
never remember I pressed
Onward,
that way.
Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was
What the
going
fuck?
with all that.
He was a monkey, did that?
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah! Let's go to adventure, la 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 la. Let's go to adventure. Oh my god. Whee! La 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 la. La 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 la
Cut the music.
Aww.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's blue, okay, I remember. It's a sea with clouds. How to remember it? So it's repeating me again.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
And we're back here.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? After we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Restart. Press the button, restart. Oh my god.
You know what, Stanley?
What?
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah, this way, because it sounds so more sexy. Because you have the mind. Yeah,
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Nothing.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Walking around there.
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
What do we know how to do in the cold and do them up and
Oh,
down? What
no,
the
not
fuck?
you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it.
What the
and it should be
fuck?
fine.
I tell you that the person who did that was a monkey. It's really fucked up. And
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Ah.
From here, the story is in our control. How
Two doors.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
okay. What the fuck?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
The fuck is that?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
8 times?
That's really how all this goes?
We're in the 6th?
It's
Or
all
7th? I don't remember.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again.
Yeah,
Then
be
what?
playing for
Am I
60
just
minutes.
supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Whatever, what we're going to do?
And the time return stopped. Does that mean,
fuck?
did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How
Maybe.
would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
It could be.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Maybe.
Well, in the meantime...
No! What the fuck happened?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this the way we said, or kind of trolling?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Let's
left.
take a
This was not the correct way to the
Differently.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
But
well.
we know that
Perhaps he
would make
wanted
more
to
sense.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business,
go straight
Stanley
now.
took the first open door on his left.
I want to have all the kind of endings.
Stanley was so bad at
I
following
think what I
directions,
cannot
it's
do-
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm confused.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
I
here.
really want to jump down.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust
like
in someone
sound,
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Maybe.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
What? Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to...
I think the call. Hello? Oh, that's the phone. No? The phone?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the fuck?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, 27. Press L on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
5.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Hey.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press T. The time with the boss.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press G.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
8.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Now 3.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm not doing it. It's asking me not doing it. I'm not doing it. How was your day, guys? Sometimes I clear my emails, so maybe I'll go away for 1 minute. Oh, I got all the pump videos. Delete them all. Another one. God damn it! I got so much porn. Hold on. Porn done. Okay, well, press 7.
You see?
Because.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
So way how you wear. Where you work, oh my god.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What the fuck? I could press my key, my mouse key, and I say my mouse. And yeah, we're back again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
So
Stanley
again,
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
one,
simply missed a memo.
oh yeah, computer part. Okay, let's go on the right and then we'll go jump down.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Perhaps.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I follow no go down. What? Well, I do go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It was different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Okay, it's a different map, different story.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. To be rich is claim. To be complained is not rich. What is life to be to have to pick just one? Hold it. Before you cannot open the doors, and I can open the doors. Finally. Let me go down. If I mean, you're going the same way, you go nowhere, so I understand the point of it. But again, you can be all the...
Here's the door, just go.
Yes, it's just too good. Made all the game and not so easy that we think it would be easy. We've not played the game for 5 years. I think that's a kind of... I think, yeah, where you have to cheat in the system, like...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I know how you do it. It's the most common thing in computer coding. Antivirus or programs cannot work if you push your date to 5 years later in your computer. So maybe the game working like that. You're not playing the game for 5 years, so change your date to 5 years. Maybe we'll do it like that. I gotta test it myself next time when we can go.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
pause
Did
at
he
that
have
point.
the strength to find out?
Now I'm going to see how you can unlock the place. I have no clue. So if I have more information, I can help you guys.
Now the monitors jump to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
It's really fucked up, but I know I have one ending.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Might be yes. Or
but
might
here
be
was the
not.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Off. Again, I'm not gonna make a bloody difference. So yeah, at that point, guys, I will pause it, or take it and pause it and for some more
and a
information.
rising chill of uncertainty.
When I found the information, I will record again. Okay, guys, and how you unlock the other shit.
Yes.
I will test the 5 years.
He had
thing
won.
in the computer.
He had defeated the machine.
The most common thing
Unshackled
for
himself from
developers
someone
coding.
else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Yeah.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
So I will tell you how you unlock the other
Stanley
stuff when I
stepped
found out
through the open door.
For the for the 5 years we unlocked it, I think it had to be that because it's the only way you can do it.
Stanley felt the
I'm gonna
cool
Google it
breeze
then.
upon his
And
skin,
how you unlock
the
that
feeling of
awkward place.
liberation, the
Kinda
immense
confused.
possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And
Happy.
Stanley was happy.
That's the way. Wow. So guys, I will pause it this time. When I find more information how you do this awkward numbers thing and how you unlock the other kind of achievements, I will tell you in the next video. So if you didn't subscribe for me, just subscribe. I'll be glad to do, and you can see more features of other kind of games in Minecraft and adventure maps. And if you like the video, just like it. Okay, it would be weird. It would be in part 9, so I don't know. I was guessing. So see you guys for the next time, and when I find more about this game in the achievements. See ya.